Welcome and thanks for joining us for the NBA Rookie Showcase alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. This is Kevin Harlan. Tonight, Clark, we're going to watch some of the top young talent face off in anticipation of the NBA draft.
And because that's the case, Kevin, no shortage of GMs and front office execs here in the building. Representatives from every NBA team on hand to check this action out.
And that could obviously put a lot of pressure on these young guys. But, of course, performing when there's pressure is a big part of what they're hoping to be paid to do. So we'll get a chance here today to see who rises to the top.
This is a look now at the State Farm starting lineups. And, guys, checking out Damian Lillard. What can we expect here?
You know, he might not have been the most recognized face in college basketball, but don't be fooled. Damian Lillard knows how to slither his way into the lane and get points. He led the nation in scoring for a reason. This guy can really play.
And even though, Steve, he's on the smaller end of the scale in terms of his size, he absorbs contact pretty well and has nice change of pace. He's going to surprise some people with how productive he is.
Here's Clutch. Shoots over Beal. Accurate with a jumper from the elbow.
And, you know, when you talk about this showcase game, the question is always, how much should GMs weigh this single game versus a player's entire body of work?
And I've sat in that chair, Clark, and I think the entire body of work is important. You can't, as a scout or GM, you can't let one game really determine your opinion of a player.
You look around the gym, a lot of movers and shakers in attendance.
Yeah, you sure are. And if you want to be a front office, this is the place to be. It's just one game, and you've got their full attention. And you see Bradley Beal out of Florida, really the prototypical shooting guard in the NBA. He's got size, range on his shot. He can handle the ball. He's athletic, projected to be a high lottery pick.
Lillard with it. Guarded now by Barnes. They get it again.
Guys, he's going to have to be careful here. You don't want to pick up your third foul in the first quarter.
The Stars shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. Free throw good, Beal. Drummond's checked in for Davis. Second free throw, no good. The Stars on defense. It's a three-point game. Got a piece of it. Beal with the steal. Here's Lillard. Blocked. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. And out of bounds as the Elites gain possession. And if you were going to pick one question mark for Beal, it might be height. Now, this is interesting. He's got two older brothers who played college football. He's got two younger brothers who both weigh over 320 pounds apiece. But Beal, who's right in the middle, a kid from St. Louis, a little undersized at the two guard. Clark about 6'4" or so in shoes.
Well, Kevin, I think you really said it all there. I mean, I will add this. He did get 7 rebounds a game at Florida. But other than that, I can't add to what you already said, partner. 2 hands for safety, 1 hand if you want major elevation.
That's right. That's right.
You know you can get up higher with 1 hand. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
It really is true. I mean, you can extend better with 1.
Well, whatever he did, whatever it was, it definitely worked, Clark.
Boy, that's some physical basketball out there. I'm glad I'm not in the middle of that. A hard pick and an assault on the bucket.
Old school stuff there.
Yeah, there was a lot to like on that play.
Here's Leonard. The Elites getting the bucket there. Leonard off the pick from Kid Gilchrist. And the foul on John Henson. That is his first foul of the game. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Beal can't get it to go. The Elites off to a slow start. They trail by 3. Henson's shot is off. Now Beal. He has 7. Over Henson. Beal can't get it to go.
Well, I like his determination and his attitude and aggressiveness, but the defense wasn't going to back off that shot. They were tight on it.
Here's Clutch. The feed to Barnes. 5 on the clock. There's the pick. Shoots over Kid Gilchrist. And that one's good. Barnes.
You know, when you talk about size and explosiveness, this guy's definitely got the goods.
And that's part of why he's so highly regarded. I mean, he can make plays that other people simply can't.
Now, here's Lillard. He feeds it to Kid Gilchrist, covered by Barnes. Here's Lillard, puts up the runner and hits. The Elites trail by 3. Dishes it to Drummond. There's the pass to Marshall. Here's Clutch. He dishes it to Marshall. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Lillard. Marshall gets the bucket. Now, here's Lillard. Pass to Beal. There's the dish to Robinson. Backing down. Just 5 to shoot. It's Drummond with the rebound. Here's Marshall. Here's Clutch. Gets it to go. Clutch has got his second basket of the game.
You know what? I've got to admit it. I mean, I've been pleasantly surprised with how well this kid's been playing.
Well, not a guy penciled in among those top picks in the draft, but...
And it's great to see all the best and the brightest young prospects in one place, going at it 5-on-5.
Yeah, there's only so much you can really gather from shooting drills and running through cones. Nothing beats the real thing, that's for sure.
And Davis gets it to go.
I like the way they got the ball inside there.
Down low, here's White. Here's Robinson. The offensive rebound. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, Robinson is just a physical specimen. I mean, look at those shoulders. Big thing with him is when he plays hard, when he's attacking the rim as an offensive rebounder and chasing down loose balls, he can have a major impact on the game.
Yeah, no question about it, Steve. And he'll bang with just about anybody, too. I mean, he's got a good nose for the ball. He rebounds well on both backboards. And I think he's improved as a shooter, at least out to 16 feet.
And Thomas Robinson, an athletic, physical power forward out of Kansas. Scouts really like his energy and his toughness, and I think there's no doubt he'll be a lottery pick, probably a high one. And if he can play as an offensive rebounding maniac, just play with huge energy, he could have a big impact in this league.
Kicks to Rivers. To the paint. Leonard. That is good. 58 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Roten. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. And Robinson at 6'9". The only concern for him is probably the lack of elite height.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's really 6'9". I've stood next to him. I'm 6'8", and I could look on top of his head. So I'd say he's about 6'7" or so. Nonetheless, he's a winner, a competitor, and you know the kid has tremendous character dealing with the adversity he's had to deal with in his life at this point.
Here's Leonard and the powerful one-handed slam.
You know, the dunk was great, but I didn't care for that interior defense there, guys. It was non-existent.
You're right, Clark. You know, it was way too easy. I don't think the coach liked it either. Look at that face. Uh-oh.
It doesn't get much easier than that. They have got to tighten up their defense. That was embarrassing. They can't seem to stop anybody inside.
They got to know that if they don't make life tougher in the paint, the opponent is just going to keep going there. I mean, it's not like they'll get tired of all these in-close opportunities.
Waiters dishes to Henson. Out of bounds. The Stars will take possession.
Looked like some miscommunication there offensively. Those guys were not on the same page.
And the Stars have possession. Rivers passes to White. Feeds it to Rivers. Jacks up a 3. And yes, sir, that one drops. And the Stars lead by 3. Here's Roten. Shot is off. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. As we get set to continue with the second quarter of the Rookie Showcase.
And still plenty of action ahead of us. We've only gotten started.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Passes to Beal. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
What a performance from Beal here. 9 points and 1 steal. My, he's showing a lot of heart on both ends of the floor here.
And Clark, you love to see a player who has absolutely no drop-off when transitioning from offense to defense.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Stars. Clutch in at shooting guard. Harrison Barnes is out there with Mo Harkless. And it's Kendall Marshall. And it's Jones in at the 5 spot. That's the group in the game right now for the Elites.
Well, he earned that one. Took the hit and still found a way to knock it down.
Yeah, fantastic body control. And the will to get it done. You like that focus.
Rivers kicks to Zeller. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Lamb dishes to Beal. He passes it to Rivers. No good. Now the Elites take it the other way.
Boy, he's really been active on the glass.
And a nice bonus from him. I mean, if he can rebound like this in the NBA, he'll make a team very happy.
He kicks it to Harkless. Gets the bucket. Harkless has got his first 2 points.
Boy, a nice little trend developing here, fellas. I mean, that's 8 of their last 10 from inside the paint.
Yeah, they're getting high percentage looks down there. Their offense is really clicking. I don't see why they wouldn't just continue to pound the ball inside.
Shot by Zeller, no good. The Elites trail by 3.
And playing in front of all these scouts, there's some pressure to that.
But for most of these players, they're accustomed to the spotlight. I mean, they've been doing this for much of their young lives.
And here they come. Here's Lamb. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Not stopping. There's no way to stop that. I mean, there's nothing you can do when he's coming at him like that.
Well, that's right, Clark. Steve, he is a dangerous, dangerous player.
Yeah, especially when he gets to that launching pad right there in the lane. I mean, pretty one-handed finish. That was nice.
That is good.
Offensively, just hammering away in the paint.
And that's 10 straight points inside, too.
And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Shot's good. And the Stars lead by 5.
Outstanding job there to absorb the contact.
Now here's Beal. 13 points in the game. And it's Robinson that time on the assist from Beal. Robinson's got 5.
Well, you just see them taking it strong into the paint over and over again.
Yeah, that really seems to be the strategy, partner. I mean, pound it inside.
Kid Gilchrist is checked in for Lamb. An offensive rebound. The shot's good from Henson. And the Stars leading by 12. We've got 1:55 left here in the second. And Lillard kicks to Kid Gilchrist. The feed now to Lillard. Pulls up. Jump shot is good. He has 6.
And he's managing to do what everyone hopes to do, and that's really demonstrate his talent.
Yeah, it's been a good showing for him. A lot of pressure in a game like this, but it seems to have brought out the best in him.
He feeds it to Barnes. Easy shot. Buries the jump shot. Barnes has got 7 points in the game.
You know, you can see his talent for scoring.
Yeah, that's the scouting report on him, and he's living up to it at this point. You know, Harrison Barnes could have been a top 5 pick back in the 2011 draft, but he's decided to return to North Carolina for his sophomore season. He was hoping to win a national championship with the Tar Heels, and came close, although an injury to Kendall Marshall really kind of sidelined their plans, but still a solid career at North Carolina for Harrison Barnes.
Lamb, he's checked in for Beal. .59 seconds left now here in the second. And Waiters kicks to Henson. Over Robinson. Rebounded by the Stars. And Harrison Barnes, as you mentioned, Steve, a nice college career. Back in high school in Iowa, he was drawing comparisons to Kobe Bryant. And I don't think, obviously, he met up quite with those expectations in his short time in Chapel Hill.
Well, Kevin, that's an unfortunate comparison. Anybody putting a college player's name in the same breath as Kobe Bryant. That being said, Barnes has a chance to be pretty good with his size and skill.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Dishes to Waiters. And that one's good. Waiters got his second basket.
Boy, they are really getting chewed up inside here. I mean, that's 8 of the last 10 points they've given up. Inside, in the paint.
Yeah, and the paint should be sacred ground for a defense. I mean, you can't let anybody just trot in there and get an easy bucket.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. And we now return to the Rookie Showcase. And plenty of scouts and GMs still in attendance for the second half.
Well, an exciting first half of basketball now in the books.
Yeah, they're really putting on a show and rising to the occasion so far.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Stars, Damian Lillard out there with Bradley Beal. Then there's Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Then there's Myers Leonard. And it's Robinson in at the power forward position.
Well, they keep going right back to the paint, and who can blame them? I mean, they're getting it done in there.
Yeah, 3 of their last 5 buckets, guys, have come from inside the lane area, so I'd expect them to continue to go inside right at the defense.
Great finish there, Kevin. Took it strong to the cup.
Yeah, an aggressive two-handed jam.
And that's the kind you like, especially in traffic. You got to make sure.
And you know, there was a time when it might have been hard to get all the top prospects in one gym together to go head-to-head.
Yeah, fortunately, those days are in the past. And for those of us who love the game, it's really such a treat to see these young players come out and compete.
And Lillard kicks to Beal. The pass to Leonard. No luck. Now the Elites take it the other way. He dishes it to Henson. Here's Clutch. Poked away. Kidd-Gilchrist with the steal. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Gets the bucket.
This is exactly what you'd expect from a player of his caliber.
Well, he's putting these scouts on notice. I mean, he's for real. There's no question about that.
And Marshall kicks to Henson. Got a piece of it. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Pass to Marshall. The dish to Barnes. Davis shoots over Leonard. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Inside. Here's Kidd-Gilchrist. There's the bucket. Good. And it's a 12-point Stars lead.
That's 3 for 4 field goal shooting here in the third, so offensively, they're looking good.
Henson's shot is off. And the Stars on offense. Here's Beal. Here's Kidd-Gilchrist. And blocked. Now here's Barnes. Tight defense on him. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. The Elites have hit half their free throws, and this one going 3 of 6 so far. That free throw, no good.
But you look at John Henson.
Lamb passes to Zeller. The Elites pull it in. Waiters got his 4th rebound in this one. Clutch, and he lays it up an inch. Clutch has got 4 this quarter. So it's the Stars now. Lillard with it, guarded now by Marshall. Rivers sets the pick for Lillard. Lamb gives him the lead pass, and the basket by Lillard.
You know, Kevin, they were a step late on their defensive rotation, and that helped them get right to the rim.
Kicks to Jones. Feeds it to Marshall. Gets it to go. Marshall's got 9.
He's having a terrific game here.
Well, we talked about his draft stock a bit, and it just may be climbing the way he's performing out here.
Lillard with it. He's got 8. Passes it to Rivers. He kicks to White. Defended by Jones. A nice shot by Zeller. 9 points in the game so far.
Boy, he's been so cool out there. Composed, never rattled. I mean, a very steady contributor to the offense.
There's the feed to Marshall. They set the pick. Waiters. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
That's going to be important for this team to fight over the top of screens defensively.
Yeah, you got to tag him and stay right close to him because with his touch, he doesn't need much space to get his shot off.
Lillard dishes to Lamb. Here's White. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Pretty bad defense letting the offense get right to the rim, but a smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know it's going to happen, and they send a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
Henson checked in for the Elites, and then for the Stars. Leonard comes in for Zeller, and Beal subbed in for Lamb. And Henson, not just a defender. He has shown some ability offensively as well, Clark.
You know, Kevin, watching him in college last year, I thought he was one of the most improved players in the country in terms of knocking down the face-up jump shot and even adding a couple of post-up moves, too.
Now Rivers. Here's Beal. And that one's good. Beal's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, the D just letting them go inside with impunity. Way, way too easy.
That's 10 of their last 12 points now in the paint area.
That's tipped.
In this game, for the players, an exciting moment.
That's right, Clark, and I'll tell you what, it doesn't get a lot of attention outside this gym, but for these young men, the importance of these games, absolutely enormous.
Here's Leonard, and good on the basket. Book it. Leonard's got 6 points. The Leeds trail by 11. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the third. Oh, that's blocked. And here's White. He feeds it to Rivers. Lillard. He passes to Leonard. Dishes it to Rivers. Shot clock at 6. It's rebounded by the Elites.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
And it's good. He's got 16.
And hard work on the boards, guys, leading to that putback. Now running a little bit of time off. Looks like they're going to play for the final shot.
Steve, you're right. If nothing presents itself, hold for one.
And Lillard kicks to Rivers. Here's Lillard. Goes up on the wing. Can't get it to go. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Stars lead by 9. And we're coming back in just a moment. While we're still getting underway here in the fourth, let's go down to Doris Burke, who has our Sprite Uncontainable Game Report. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. The Stars get the Uncontainable Game Award this time. They had a plan to get an edge in this one, and they executed it perfectly. Hard to see them giving this one away in the final period.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. And the Stars leading by 7. Clutch, he's in at shooting guard. Anthony Davis is out there with John Henson. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Marshall in at the point. That's the group in the game right now for the Elites. And there's the foul. It's on Clutch. That's foul number 2 for him. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Rivers passes to Lillard. Got it from 16 feet. Lillard's got 4 points now in the quarter. And here's the Elites. Now, here's Marshall. Here's Davis. Hits it. Well done on the second effort.
Finally getting into rhythm here in the game after that cold first half.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. And Rivers gets it to go in on the assist by Lillard. That's 10 points for Austin Rivers. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And there's the pass to Marshall. Henson jams it straight down.
Put that paw up there and banged it home. Yeah, man, that was nice.
Little Statue of Liberty.
Yeah,
right.
that was strong.
Simple, direct, and effective.
Lillard with it. Guarded now by Marshall. Lillard with it. Shoots over Henson. And the basket by Lillard. And the Stars lead by 9. Here's Clutch. He dishes it to Davis. With the lead pass. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Looking at the game for Clutch. 16 points, and he's blocked 1 shot, helping out on defense there.
He was a good bit of help he provided to get that block. You love to see when your teammates are covering up for you defensively. It gives you a lot of confidence in your unit as a whole.
Pass to Lillard. The dish to Rivers. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that. And so, here are the Elites. It's a 10-point game. And Marshall kicks to Barnes. Here's Clutch to the inside. There's the 3. The Elites with another miss. Now, here's Lillard. Here's Rivers. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Now, here's Marshall. He's guarded by Rivers. 8 feet away. That's good. 9 points for Barnes.
He's been hot for most of this game, and if he keeps it up, his team could turn things around.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, over the break, I listened in on what the head coach for the Stars was trying to get across in their huddle. His message? I don't want us patting ourselves on the back just yet. We can congratulate ourselves after the final horn. Right now, we need to go out there and take this one home. Guys?
And thanks for that story, Doris.
And you know, there was a time when it might have been hard to get all the top prospects in one gym together to go head-to-head.
Yeah, fortunately, those days are in the past. And for those of us who love the game, it's really such a treat to see these young players come out and compete.
Marshall gets the bucket.
I'm sure they'd like to get more shots like that one.
And the Stars leading by 6. Now Lillard kicks it to Beal. Beal gets a screen from Robinson. Beal dishes to Robinson. And the rebound goes to the Elites. Davis has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Clutch. Drop steps. They get a hand on it. But he stays with it. And the Stars have possession.
Tore it down that time. An abundance of youth and athleticism in this game.
Well, we've seen it with all these big finishes at the rim.
Tries from 10. Drained for 2 points. 13 points here for Kendall Marshall.
And all 10 of their last points have come inside the paint, so defensively you've got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, and you got to do a little more to stop it, too. I mean, it's coming way too easy for them. At some points, you just got to buck up and say it's not going to happen.
Here's Clutch. The shot will not go.
That's a tough one there because he's wide open. That's a shot he expects to make.
Here is Lillard. Kid Gilchrist, covered by Barnes. Kid Gilchrist, the pass to Robinson. Gets it to go. And the Stars lead by 8. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Clutch. It's a look. And Lillard kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Feeds to Leonard. pass to Lillard. He kicks it to Kid Gilchrist. The feed to Leonard. Beal with a screen for Leonard. Second chance shot. Beal. Beal gets a screen from Leonard. Beal can't get it to go. Guys, a comeback probably not in the cards at this point.
Yeah, unless something dramatic and drastic occurs.
Yeah, something crazy would have to happen. I think you can pretty much put a bow on this one.
Now, here's Lillard. He's tightly guarded. So the Stars end up winning.
Well, you have to be excited for the upcoming draft after a game like that. A lot of talent on display in that game as the Stars get the win.
And there might be some winners and losers here as far as draft stock goes. You never know what the scouts saw, but in my eyes, a few players showed they've got game.
Well, that will do it for us here. Hope you enjoyed your glimpse into what the next NBA class has to offer. On behalf of Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us.